Now we're going to talk about getting traffic to your site. Now this isn't going to be as difficult as you might think. First of all, we've already optimized our blog for the search engines. Secondly, we've set up a big ping list, so every time a post happens, it goes out and it pings all those pinging services, which will bring traffic and web spiders. Okay, now what we need to do now is ensure that we get some real traffic. That's going to get us some traffic started, but let's ramp it up a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to burn our feed using something called FeedBurner. So we'll go to feedburner.com. Okay, now FeedBurner is now part of Google, so if you have a Google account, you can automatically get a FeedBurner. So you can just sign in with your Google account, or you can create one right now and sign in. Of course, if you have an AdSense account, you already have a Google account. So let's sign in here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to put the URL to our feed in FeedBurner, and we just do it right here. And all it is the URL to our site. So in this case, it's thebestinfo.info/making-candy/feed. That's all it is. So your URL/feed is going to be your RSS feed. So we'll put that in there. Okay, click next. Okay, it verifies it, comes up and brings in our feed title from our blog. Also, we have a feed URL down here. So it's our feed address is making candy the easy way all jammed together .feedburner.com. Okay, so we can either change any of that if we want. If we like that the way it is, we click next. Okay, so there is our feed URL there. And we can click next now. We can do a little more configuration. And we'll just click click-throughs here so we can track how often people click back to our site. That's all we need there. We'll click next. Okay, and then if you come down here, we see self-hosted WordPress says use this plugin to help direct your feed traffic through FeedBurner. Okay, so click on that. Okay, we'll download the plugin from here, and then we'll install it on our blog. Okay, so download, we'll put it in our directory here. Okay, let's extract this now. And now we'll upload it to our site here, into our plugins folder. Open up FileZilla. Okay, so we're in our Making Candy directory. We go to DevP Content and Plugins. And we go over here, find our FeedBurner directory. Yeah, we'll just upload the plugin in this case. Okay, now let's go back to our blog here. Go to plugins. Let's activate our FeedBurner feed here. Now we go down to settings. Click on FeedBurner. Now we put our FeedBurner feed in here, so let's go back and get it from FeedBurner. Okay, so all we have to do is right click on a little symbol beside our feed here, and then we want to do copy link location. That's in Firefox. Okay, and then we'll go back here and we'll paste that in there. Okay, we'll save. And that's all set up for us now. Okay, now we want to put a subscription button on our blog, so we'll go back to here. Click on our feed here, go into its dashboard. We want to go to Publicize, and click here on Friendly Graphic. Okay, and then we're going to use the standard button here. This is all we have to do is make sure that's clicked. Come down here, grab this code, copy. Let's go to Appearance, Widgets, grab a text widget, bring it up here, paste our code in there and save. Okay, and then go and have a look now. There is subscribe to the reader. Okay, so that's what we need to do with FeedBurner. Now there are other reasons we did that. We get the benefits of FeedBurner, but we also now can use the FeedBurner feed to direct traffic to our blog, and that's what we're going to do now. Now we're going to submit our FeedBurner feed to a couple of RSS directories. But before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to set up one more stream of monetization, and that's called AdSense for feeds. So we have to go and sign back into our AdSense account now. Okay, so click on the AdSense Setup tab up here, and then go to AdSense for feeds. Okay, and then you can pick here text or image ads, and then frequency, each feed item, every second, every third, or every fourth feed item. That's just when the advertisement will appear. And then you can pick the post length where you want them to appear. Post of any length, 50 words, 100 words, 250, or 500 words. We'll just leave it at any length. Where you want the advertisement to appear, at the bottom or at the top of the feed item. And then you can have AdSense optimize it for you, or you can make the colors yourself here. Just let AdSense do it. Here we can have a channel if we want, just like the channels we used in AdSense for content. And then down here we have to add our feed. Okay, so we're going to add this feed. So just click on Add. Now we save. Okay, and now our ads have been added to our feed for us automatically. You don't need to do anything further. We'll now have AdSense in our feed. Now if we go back to our blog, and let's click on subscribe in a reader and have a look at our RSS feed. Okay, now you see all these spaces here. This is where our AdSense code will appear. And when people are looking in a reader, that's what they're going to see. They're going to see the AdSense code right underneath where we have watch the video here. So we now have distributed our AdSense code throughout the feed network when people subscribe. So that's a really powerful way to get some more monetization out there using AdSense for feeds. Now what we're going to do is help distribute our feed throughout the feed network, and we're going to submit it to a couple places. Now before we do that, if you look now at our RSS feed, you'll see that we now have AdSense code throughout our feed. Okay, so there's two places we're going to submit our feed. First is one called Feedage. You go to feedage.com, and then you have to open a free account here, and then you can submit your feed. So go ahead and sign up if you don't already have one. If you do, log in and then submit your feed. Okay, after you've signed in, just click on Submit Feed up here. We select our niche. So just pick the one that fits the best here. Go with recreation. Then we submit our FeedBurner feed in here. We just click Submit. And that's it. Now the next one we're going to do is called FeedEgg, and you don't even need to sign up for this one. And there is a link to this in the resources directory. Okay, so just down here, click Add Your Feed. Down here, we'll paste our feed in. Now here we can put some tags in. So I'm going to comma separate mine here, and I'll put in the appropriate tags for our site. Okay, and then we just enter the number they have here, and we save our feed. There, it's now been saved. Okay, so that's going to help us in the search engine, and it's going to get traffic from the feed directory, so that helps a lot as well. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to submit it to a couple of other places. What we're going to do now is submit our site to StumbleUpon. So you need to set up a free account at StumbleUpon. Okay, so you need to set up a free account if you don't already have one. Just click Join StumbleUpon up here. Now just set up your account. Okay, so fill all that out. Click Join Now. Okay, and then you can get an add-on for Firefox, and this is a good thing to do. If you install this, you can click the I like it button and stumble your own site, and that's the first thing you're going to do is stumble your own site. So get this if you don't already have it and install it. Now once it's installed, it looks like this. Okay, so here it is. We have Stumble, which will stumble through sites. I like it, which you're going to click when you get to your own site, which will stumble it. Then the traffic will start up from just doing that. Okay, so let's go back to our own site now. Okay, then we just click on this, I like it. Okay, it pops a little window up here. Verify you're a human, so just key in these characters on here. Click verify. Tell it it's safe for work. And there it is. You've now stumbled your site, and now as people go through and click on stumble, it'll appear in their choices. They choose categories as to what they want to stumble. Okay, now the next place we're going to go is to Dig, and we're going to submit our site here. So just join Dig and then submit your site. It's as simple as that. And then every week or so, submit a page of your site and submit one of your articles every week as you put them in there. That way you're going to start getting a lot more traffic just from Dig itself. Okay, so I've logged in here. I'll submit. Okay, so we submit our site URL here. There we go. Okay, so it brings in information from our site, and we can change it here if we want to. We can choose a thumbnail. Now we choose a topic. Okay, here's our preview down here. Now we need to put in this code, make it so that the site knows we're not a robot, and then submit our story. And there it is, we're submitted to Dig. Okay, so any original content you put on your site, every time you write an article, you should submit to Dig. Okay, we've now got everything done that we need to do to our blog. All we need to do is continue to update it with manual content. The video content's going to happen by itself. The traffic is going to happen by itself. We've optimized our blog for search engines, and we have submitted the feeds. We've created a feed burner feed, and we have submitted it to Dig, and we will continue to submit it to Dig and StumbleUpon. So all those things are going to get you lots of traffic, and you will make money when you get traffic. Since we laid our blog out well and we apply the monetization to it, can't help but be a profitable blog. Now the other thing you can consider is to sell your blog once it starts making money as another source of revenue. Now make sure that you use a single domain for your blog. Don't use a general purpose domain if you plan on flipping your blogs. That concludes the series on making money blogging.